Hondo Boots makes a quality, tall-top, working cowboy boot at a great price. And today, I'm taking these Hondo bullhide boots to the Saddles and Service Ranch for an extended test review. Plus, if you're watching this video within the first few weeks of it being posted, you have a chance to win a brand new pair in your size from cartersboots.com. This is gonna be awesome, so let's get into it.
I'm just here to connect ya, and then I'll be on my way.
Hey everybody, my name is Jeremiah Craig. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel. If this is your first time here, please subscribe and also like and comment. While you're at it, it's so great to have you here. This is a video that's a part of my Christmas fundraisers that I've partnered with cartersboots.com for. We're raising funds for Saddles in Service. Saddles in Service is a nonprofit which promotes mental health wellness and healing to veterans and first responders. So in this video, I'm gonna do a review of these Hondo tall top bullhide boots, but it's also a chance for you to give back to those who have given so much to us, and also have a chance to win a brand new pair of boots for yourself in the process. But we'll get into that later. Right now, I wanna start this review and break down the details of this Hondo boot with the rundown. All right, this is Hondo Boots model number 3478, and it features bullhide leather on the foot and the counter. Bullhide is a very thick and durable leather, perfect for working cowboy boots. This is also a black color, so it works really well with the grain of bullhide. This boot also features Hondo's wide square toe with a single stitched welt. This is Hondo's 12 toe. It also comes in at 16 inches tall, so this is a proper tall top, and it features a green volcano shaft with red, orange, and yellow stitching in the stitch pattern. Here for a heel, we have a 2 1/4 inch leather stacked heel with a spur shelf. This is Hondo's 5S heel. For an outsole, it's leather. It's a beautiful construction too, and features a Goodyear welt, so you can get these resoled when you happen to run through that leather outsole, and you also see those lemonwood pegs and brass nails alongside that shank there. But not only that, this boot has an extra leather midsole, effectively making this a double leather sole. On the inside, it's lined with cowhide all the way through on the shaft and around the foot too. Very, very soft. For an insole, since this is a traditionally made boot, we can see that it has a traditional hard leather insole. So there is no cushion in this boot at all. Hondo has not changed the way they make a boot since 1965, and it shows because this is how they used to make boots way back when. I mean, like every single brand. And it's really the best way, in my opinion, because that hard leather will form to your foot. So over the months and the years that you wear a boot like this, you'll begin to feel the impressions of your foot down in that insole, and there is seriously no other feeling like it. Hondo boots are made in Mexico, and this one's coming in at $320 at cartersboots.com, but when you use my promo code to save 10% at checkout, which is just Jeremiah Craig, no spaces, it brings the price of these down to $288, which is a really good deal for a working cowboy boot of this quality. Now it's time to try on this boot to see how it looks and feels. I got those Hondo boots on right now, model number 3478. Feel great. I got size 11.5B, so that's a narrow width. You gotta remember that when you're getting cowboy boots, you have your regular shoe size, like what you would get with sneakers, but because there aren't any laces on cowboy boots, you also have a width size, which is the letter after the number in your cowboy boot size. The bullhide is really supple, and it's also really thick too. Hondo is great at sourcing their bullhide so that it's a nice thickness, a nice durability, but also not a super huge pain in the ass to break in. So if there is going to be a part of this boot that's gonna be hard to break in, I would have to say it's gonna be the outsole, because you have 2 layers of leather there. Let's talk about the height of the heel, because at 2 1/4 inches, it's definitely a taller heel than what I have. Like, I think it's probably the tallest heel of any boot in my collection right now. And to be honest, it's not really noticeable at all about how tall it is. It's very comfortable. In fact, it works with the angle of my foot really well. So I like it. It's a sturdy feeling, right? And the spur shelf, since it's coming out a little bit further towards the back, it makes the base of the heel, where that heel cap is, a little bit wider, so that, you know, I'm not sort of wiggling around every time I step down with this boot. So it feels really comfortable, much more comfortable than I thought it was going to be, considering how tall the heel was in comparison to some of my other boots. All right, here is the POV, and you can see that square toe with a single stitched welt. You know, let's talk about that square toe for a second, because my true size is a 12B. And I mentioned before that these are 11.5 Bs. And a lot of times with wide square toe boots, since you get more room in the toe box, it's just wider in general, you can size down a half a size. Some people don't need to. It really depends on if you are in between a half size or not, like if you're a quarter size or something like that. For me, I've found success in general across several brands, sizing down a half size when I do a wide square toe. All right, now it's time to fly to California and spend some time with Saddles in Service for this extended test. Let's get at it. I flew out to California to visit the Saddles in Service ranch in these Hondo 3478 boots, but it was not what I expected for California weather. There was rain and light hail. So no riding possible, but we still got to work mucking out the stalls and corrals. It rained so much that I just decided to go shotgun to keep my jeans dry. As I mentioned in other videos, I don't recommend using all leather boots in situations like these, since the water and acids from manure can rot out a boot pretty fast. It is okay on occasion and will definitely break in boots very quickly. As we got closer to finishing up, we were starting to get a little hungry, and the skies cleared up just in time for a California-style barbecue.
California has its own style of barbecue, just like Carolinas do, and Texas and Kansas City. It's called Santa Maria barbecue, and it's from the central coast of California. So Santa Maria, the town up there. And the history of it, it's a traditional California barbecue in that they use a tri-tip piece of meat that is rubbed in garlic powder, salt, and pepper. Where it comes from is back in the days when California was Spanish controlled, big ranchers, this is what they would feed their ranch hands, for the weekly barbecue or whatever. Yeah. And it's a specific grill that you can see that has the grate you can raise and lower to adjust the heat. And the difference than other styles of barbecue is this cooks high and fast. So when I say fast, it might take a half hour, 40 minutes aside, but it's not like 18 hours in a smoker or something like that. The traditional meal with the Santa Maria style barbecue is the tri-tip, and then it's served with the side of pink beans that has like onions, peppers, and bacon in it, and then a green salad with ranch dressing, and garlic bread on the side, and salsa. And you put the salsa on the meat. And that's the traditional California Santa Maria style barbecue. It's delicious and it's historical.
That meal was so good, I was still thinking about it the next day as I cleaned up the boots to get ready for a gala at the Viejas Casino and Resort, where these boots went from mess to dress. I also got the chance to catch up with Saddles in Service CEO and founder, Tammy Olovic.
We're raising money tonight to help fund Saddles in Service. We have helped over 700 veterans and first responders already, and we want to continue our work. And actually, we have been very impacted, and this is going to help us be able to expand to really serve the need. Our whole program is free. There is zero charge. We have no executive salaries. I'm the CEO. I do not get paid. We have 3 part-time employees, but 98% of every dollar that comes in goes directly into our program. For me, when we started this foundation, it was, what can we do to help? It was never about us. It was always about how can we help, and that's how I always wanted to be.
And Tammy explained the expansion of the program into Wyoming that helps too.
And Wyoming is special. So Wyoming is where they go for their graduation. We send them for a week, all expenses paid. They go to Wyoming and they are 5 days in the saddle, moving cattle in the Bighorn Mountains, and it's phenomenal. It's a challenge. Some of them look at it as a mission, and they're preparing for a mission. So they're going through our program either in California or Texas, and they're getting ready for this mission that's it's life-changing.
That part of the program sounded so amazing, I had to talk to Tom, who is the man behind making it possible.
We talked about, I'd like to bring people out to Wyoming, but I've got to talk to the local rancher that I do stuff for and get the horses and everything like that, and see if we can get it worked out, and we did. And so they come out for a week. It's a lot different than what they're doing here. And so it's doing actual cattle work for a ranch. I'm Greg Flintner's 11 Bar 1. And so we're riding anywhere from 4,200 feet to 10,000 feet, and they're going up and down, and I'm not babysitting them. I'm helping them. I'm a veteran. And so I have PTSD, and I know what that's like, and I'm learning how to talk about it. I'm talking about it more in the last 3 weeks. I'm talking about it forever. And so I'm not a therapist, but I understand, and so, working with horses is a good way to release all the stuff that we're feeling inside.
The time I spent at the gala and the Saddles and Service Ranch and being able to witness firsthand the difference they make in the lives of heroes was truly moving. I'm so grateful this world has people like Tammy, Mike, Tom, and everyone who supports them to bring hope to heroes with horses and friendship.
I had a great time at the Saddles and Service Ranch and at their gala. Huge thanks to them for hosting me for that extended test. Now it's on to my final thoughts for this Hondo boot number 3478. I've done lots of videos on Hondo, and for the most part, they're all made the same. A couple of them have a few different features to them, and I'll get into that with this boot, but they're always very durable and really good value at the price point. And these are no different. I love the bull hide that Hondo uses on all of their boots that I've tried. It's very durable and easy to break in for the most part. One of the things that's a little bit different from this Hondo, from others that I've tried, is that it has a extra leather midsole in here, which gives it a little bit more beef to it. This Hondo 3416 has a rubber midsole, and while I was wearing this one with the leather insole, I wanted to see if it was easier to break in than the one with the rubber midsole, and it is easier to break in. Plus, it keeps your foot a little bit more off the ground. So this is a 2¼ inch heel back here, but I really didn't notice it because my foot was up higher than what it would be usually thanks to this leather midsole. So really it comes in at maybe around just 2 inches, at least that's what it feels like. And plus you have a really big base here where this heel cap is, thanks to this enormous spur ledge, which kind of makes the base of this boot feel much more sturdy than it would if it was, without a spur ledge like the Hondo 2670. So it was very comfortable, even though we weren't able to do any riding or anything like that because of the weather. I really don't have anything negative to say about this boot, especially at the price point that it sits at. I mean, it's an incredible deal for what it is, and part of what they have been doing here, since I noticed that their stitching sort of comes unraveled, they've added an extra layer of stitching here to keep the stitching on the pull holes intact. So I'm not getting any fraying here like I used to on previous Hondos, and everything else looks great. It is an incredible boot at a great value, and don't forget you can get it extra 10% off when you use my code with cartersboots.com, and that's Jeremiah Craig, just to save 10% at checkout. I'm gonna be running a giveaway right here on my YouTube channel that is free to enter, but Saddles and Service will also be selling raffle tickets for the same boots on their website, and will be announcing their winner about a week after I announce mine. But here's how you have to enter my giveaway. First, like this video right now. Also, subscribe to my channel if you haven't yet. And number 3, this is the third and final thing you have to do, is fill out the form at the link in the description so I can email you if you win. At that page, you will also find a bunch of ways to get extra entries into my giveaway. One being buying raffle tickets from Saddles and Service so that we can raise funds for their incredible organization. I'll announce the winner of these boots and 2 more boots on December 17th during a Boots and Ballads live stream where I'll be playing music, talking boots, raising money for Saddles and Service, and so much more. You won't want to miss it. It's going to be awesome. So huge thanks to you guys for helping us raise funds this season for an awesome organization in Saddles and Service. Good luck in the giveaway, and I will see you guys around. Peace.
Best to dress, Hondo passes the test. Traditionally made and better value than the rest. Yeah. Thank you so much for watching today. Why don't you check out this other video up here about the Macy Bean boots from Carter's Boots. Or I got a music video down here I think you might enjoy. Don't forget to subscribe, and I'll see you next time. Yes. Peace. Have a good one.